Dave, with Michael Waltrip just mentioning that it was Friday the 13th. What a shocker. And you've had an interesting day.
I was last in gut practice, slowest guy here. And that's a terrible feeling because I got those computers and it's like arrows are pointing at it when you're last. But then I crashed my Family Dollar car qualifying. Then I got another Family Dollar car out. And then I finished second in my Family Dollar car. And the way this day has gone, Dave, wouldn't be surprised if Blaney fails post-race inspection. And I get the win like at 4 in the morning. But Armando Fitz is a great man. And I really appreciate him working with us and Family Dollar sponsoring us. I have to admit, Dave, just a little embarrassed though.
Because?
Well, I finished second. I probably shouldn't have. But I remember one day I lost a race that I should have won. So I guess it all works out. Friday the 13th. Stay tuned. You better watch for post-race inspection details. Wait, what if I fail? Nah, that's fine.
Then that goes back to, oh, never mind. There'll be another scoring check, and NASCAR will get it right. Bill?
Caught up with Michael Waltrip now. The whole right side of your car is destroyed. What did it look like through your windshield, Michael?
It looked like I was going to get the whole right side of my car destroyed. I mean,
it happened.
There wasn't anywhere whatsoever to go. Usually I do pretty good when it's which way is my hat turned? I can put it on right now. Napa. Usually I do a pretty good job when there's a big crash like that, weeding my way through it, but I think I got in the grass and lost control of my car. And so instead of being able to try to pick my way through, I slid a little ways, and when I got to sliding, people started hitting me, and it was just a mess. And I don't know what caused it. Will you tell me?
There's a lot of difference of opinions on this one.
Well, you'll have that in big-time auto racing.
Especially in this type of an event.
What about the finish of the Open? I've never seen anybody spin anybody out any cooler than Brian Vickers did. He spun out Bliss and almost made it look like it was Bliss's fault. But it wasn't. It was his fault. But he did it so well that you really couldn't tell. So he got to be in the Nextel All-Star Challenge. I'm real proud that I brought my Napa Chevy back to the truck, and I feel good, and we'll come back and get them for 600 miles next week. I got a lot of great sponsors: Bass Pro Shops, Coca-Cola, Aaron's, Sales and Lease Ownership, Oreo Cookies, and
you got everybody there.
Thank you.
Michael Waltrip, 462 green flags, finally a checker. Does this feel as good as you had hoped?
Just unconscious. Thank God. Thank my dad. I love him so much. And, you know, I just can't believe it. It hasn't sunk in yet. I know I would have never won without Dale Jr., so he has to get half the credit. And I know I never would have won without the belief in Dale Jr., Dale Sr. had for me, and Napa, and all the people on my team. I thought it was kind of boisterous or bragging that we thought we could win this race. I mean, we haven't ever run a race yet.
Your brother wants to talk to you. Let's put the headset on you.
We did win.
Let's you talk to DW.
What's up, brother?
Man, I want to be down there with you. I want to give you a big hug, but man, way to go! I was in there,
so
I was riding with you, I was praying for you, pulling for you.
Well, as soon as I find Dale Jr., I'm gonna give him a big kiss.
Oh, you should, buddy.
He won me the race, and you can't do this deal nowadays without friends. And he was my friend. His Budweiser Chevy run second. He had a dream. He won the Daytona 500, and he did. I'm just here celebrating, man.
Yeah, well, I know.
Can I say one more thing? Woo! God, I can't believe it's over. Now, let me ask you a question, Daryl. How much better does 1 for 463 sound than 0 for 462? That ain't nothing.
It sounds a lot better. You people hung up
on my record, I don't care. But I do know this. Me and my brother have both won the Daytona 500.
That's right, brother. That's right, brother. Tell them about it.
To all my
Get up
crew,
on that
Richie
car and
Gilmore.
tell them about it.
Golly, Scott Eggleston, there's so many people, Dick. I know you can't go on and on, but I'm going to have lots of time to thank people. Mama, I love you, Mama. I wish you were here. And my dad. Golly, if my dad was here, it'd be complete. This is a day that the Lord has made, and I'm proud. And I never gave up. You know, you can't win if you give up. I didn't care how many 0-4s I was. I showed up every Sunday and did my job. And today, I had enough help to win one of these things.
Man, Michael, you know how much money you won?
There ain't no telling.
$1 million. You won $1 million. You are a millionaire.
The last time I won a lot of money, I won the Winston. It paid $200,000. I got half of that. I said, I'm gonna build my mom and daddy a house. That cost $100 grand. The government got half of mine. I went 50 grand in the hole. So I'm not gonna make any promises today. But I know one thing. I can't believe it. And I owe it all, or most of it, to Dale Jr. He helped me a lot. And his daddy, too. I saw him back there fighting them off. I know that they're both real proud of me, their driver, but more importantly, this team that they threw together in a few months. And then they hired me to drive it, and people are like, why did he do that? He must really like him. Well, this is why he did it, because I knew I could do this job.
I did too. I'm right there for you, boy. I love you, buddy.
Mike Joy, take it.
Michael Waltrip.
Go on down there and have yourself a big old time.
Michael Waltrip has won the Daytona 500 behind him. A big crash ensued on the final lap.
Michael Waltrip has climbed from his car. This race always seems to have a little bit of controversy. Did we start it too soon? Was the track a little too wet?
I mean, we got to turn one, and 20 of the best race car drivers in the world all about wiped out. I mean, in NASCAR's haste to put on the show, it seems as if, perhaps, we started the race on a wet track and the Napa Chevys tore up. I'm not too pleased about that. But I guess in this big-time world of stock car racing, the show must go on.
You know, I'm being told that you might have an opportunity to pull out your backup car and race your back. You know, we're going to lobby for that.
Let's go for that. DW, what do you think? Corky?
No, it's official now. I'm being told it's official. We don't have to go lobby. You can get your backup car.
I'm good. I don't need DW. Corky, pan around there at my car. Look at the way that the Napa Auto Parts Chevy, Klausner Furniture,
Don't forget anybody.
Ritz Crackers, Coca-Cola, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, Chevrolet is torn all to pieces. Corky, did you pay him? Because I was reading stuff off my uniform. I didn't want to miss anything.
Our director, Artie Kipner, says you're not allowed to direct the camera. That's his job, directing the camera.
I'm just, you know, Daryl, my mama always taught me to take the high road instead of the low road. And on the first part of my interview, I was a little bit on the low road, but I rebounded, and now I'm taking the highway around. And just thank all my sponsors and hate it for my guys. It's a bad weekend for Mike.
Now, your team is always prepared, but how about that backup car? Is it ready to come off the truck and make a few adjustments and go green?
Yeah, definitely. We'll be ready to go tomorrow when they race.
Well, let's go over and get it right now. Let's go.
All right.
We'll go to Dick Bergen while we're going to walk over. Come on, Corky. Let's go over and get the backup car.
Let's go down to Benny Parsons and see just exactly how Michael's feeling.
Folks, you're going to have to let us move.
Mikey?
Yeah, Ben, I think I'm all right. Got some contusions and a little bit of confusion, but that's probably not too unusual. Can't really tell you what happened. I know that we got spun out earlier and then was passing Robert Presley on the outside, best I remember, and he ran us up into the wall. But tell Mom and Dad Daddy's not doing too good either, but I think I'm all right, and we'll go home, get a good night's rest tonight, and try to figure out somebody to help us get through those 500 laps tomorrow.
Well, you need to rest up because, baby, let me tell you, you ain't going to believe the pictures you're going to see when you see them.
Yeah, hope we did a good job for Kool-Aid anyway. That's our first race.
Well, Jerry, he's got to be okay. He gets his sponsors name.
And Bill, Michael Waltrip and I just watched the replay. What a wild ride.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The world was right, and then it was wrong, and then it was right, and then it was wrong. And then I came to a stop, and the Aaron's Dream Machine slid right up beside the Napa Chevy. I thought, this could be a nightmare. I'm not sure, but I feel great. Somebody turned a pole sitter. What are you going to do?
Unbelievable, but that's typical here. Oh, watching it again.
I knew what I was doing, and Rusty just bunted me back over and got me in a huge crash. But darn, I was having fun. I was trying to lay back like I said I was going to, and I got all the way up to 10th. I said, well, you know, these 10 guys, they're probably not going to wreck each other. I guess I should have known better than that.
You can tell by his humor, Michael Waltrip is A-OK. Snyder?
I'm happy.
Big-time trophy. Where do we even begin, Michael?
Let's go back to just Kansas City last fall when we had that race wired and had it get away from us, you know, with just a few laps to go. I've lost a lot of bush races that I thought I should have won or could have won, maybe would have won, but today we just were lucky for sure. I knew the only chance I had was to try to go down the wall and hope they all got in the wreck, and when I came out the other end and didn't see anybody in front of me, I said, well, that worked out like it was supposed to. I want to thank Aaron's, where we're leasing quality furnitures and appliances for less. That's important for me to say. They're my sponsor. And also thank my wife for letting me come here on Easter weekend and race. I love you, Buff. Hi, Mace. Hi, girls. Kate. I hope everybody's doing well. In the Bahamas, that's where they're at. I know they're doing well. Old Mike's stuck here in Nashville, but
Playing a guitar.
my pal Jerry Baxter.
His first win together with you.
It is his first win, and he deserves another. You know, he deserves lots of wins. He's done a great job being my crew chief. I'm real proud of him. Also want to thank Bobby Kennedy. He isn't with us anymore. He went to work for my brother, but Bobby really has helped the transition with me and Jerry and this team. So Chevrolet, they've been a great friend of mine over the last 4 or 5 years, and we've gotten them a few wins. I want to thank them as well.
Now, you stood on your head at Bristol. Anything big here? That's the last time we were together in Victory Lane.
No, I just want to thank God for a safe day for me and for a successful day. And tomorrow is the biggest day in the Christian faith, Easter. And so Jesus helps me live my life, and I think he could help you too. And I think I'll play my guitar.
Beautiful. Les Paul gives the guitar to Jeff Hammond.